Now on Sunrise, a disturbing murder on Sauvie Island with a body found in a suitcase. We hear from neighbors who say they're surprised. Plus, it's a tentative agreement. New hope that the Providence nurses' strike is finally coming to an end. Your news starts now. Good morning, and thanks for getting up with us on this Saturday morning. I am Libby Dowsett. We will get to your headlines in a minute, but first, here's Daisy Caballero. Hi, Daisy.
Hey, good morning, Libby, and happy Saturday to you all at home. It is going to be quite a wet weekend. I'll give you all the details and what else you need to know in just a moment. But currently what we are seeing right now is some scattered showers, light scattered showers within the last 5 hours alone this morning. Not very impressive rain totals, as you can see. Bone dry here in the Rose City, a few traces up in Vancouver, also for Troutdale. But the Oregon coast is almost seeing 1/4 of an inch of rain for Astoria, a little more than 1/10 of an inch of rain for Tillamook, but they are going to be hit the hardest throughout the next several days because of atmospheric river and several other frontal systems as well. Live look right now through the Wells Fargo Skycam, 46 degrees. It is cloudy, but the rain will be arriving very soon in the next few hours. Quick look at your current temperatures right here. 48 degrees for Happy Valley, 52 down in Sherwood, 55. Also, as we're looking down the I-5 for Salem, and in the 30s and 40s over east. So for today, by noon, mostly cloudy skies. We will be reaching the low 50s, 55 degrees by 5 o'clock with rain in the forecast. But heavy rainfall is going to be arriving a little later into the evening, and especially Sunday into Monday as well. We have a weather impact alert day issued here at KGW. Strong winds this weekend, but hey, we have warm and dry weather ahead. I'll show you that 7-day forecast coming up.
Thank you, Daisy. This morning, a man is in police custody charged in the grisly murder of an 80-year-old woman. Alma McCarty talked to neighbors on Sauvie Island, where authorities say they found the victim's body.
After years on Sauvie Island, Penny Van Abkoud and Phil Allen generally know what to expect.
It's a pretty pastoral place. I must say that come the fall, when there's a lot more people on the island, particularly like with the pumpkin patch, and it's hard to get home sometimes.
During the winter, however, it's calm, peaceful, quiet. But a disturbing discovery this week interrupted all that.
We do get a lot of things washed up on the beach, but to have a suitcase with perhaps a body inside is a little out of the ordinary.
Multnomah County deputies responded Monday afternoon to these reports on Northwest Gillahan Road, at the time calling it a suspicious death.
It was our understanding that someone connected with some work that was being done on the house had looked out from a deck and had saw the suitcase on the beach and had gone down to investigate.
The medical examiner ruled the death a homicide, and on Thursday, investigators arrested 54-year-old Michael Moody in St. John's for the murder of 80-year-old Judy Hurley. The sheriff's office released this mugshot of the suspect from 2020. Moody's first court appearance was Friday afternoon. Neighbors like Penny and Phil have lingering questions.
How much is it tied into homelessness or, the drug scene, and or mental illness?
I mean, also there's a lot of crime in Portland, but to find evidence of it in your backyard, I mean, literally, is kind of a surprise.
The suspect was not granted bail and remains behind bars at the Multnomah County Jail. His next court appearance is set for March 3rd. In the Lentz neighborhood, detectives are investigating the death of a man found inside a travel trailer. Officers say they responded to Southeast 84th and Inslee about 9 o'clock Thursday night. Authorities are calling the circumstances of his death suspicious. So far, no word on any suspects. This morning, a Vancouver minister stands charged with assaulting a child. Authorities say 42-year-old Gabriel Hardy runs a home-based church in Hazeldale called Army of the Lord Ministry of Defense. Investigators say the mother told them she wanted Hardy to talk to her child about a recent bad behavior incident. Instead, Clark County deputies say Hardy whipped the 6-year-old with a belt. Investigators believe he may have other victims.
Our biggest concern in wanting to put that out was to hopefully make some awareness of this. And if anybody else who's a member of the church or was involved or had their children involved with Mr. Hardy, that would be something we'd be interested in potentially talking with them.
According to police, Hardy admitted whipping the child. Witnesses told investigators the suspect supports corporal punishment. A Central Oregon woman and her parents wanted in connection with a child abuse case are now in custody. According to police, they were caught at a hotel in Coos County after a nationwide warrant was issued for their arrest. 33-year-old Sarah Session faces 19 charges, including abuse and attempted murder involving a child under the age of 10 who was in her care. Her parents also face charges. After 6 weeks on strike, thousands of nurses at 8 Providence hospitals across Oregon have reached a tentative deal again. That's after nurses overwhelmingly rejected the first one. A member of the bargaining unit at Providence Milwaukee says this contract gives workers more incentive to vote yes and get back to work.
I think that after we voted down the last tentative agreement, you have us as bargaining team members telling them in a room, this is not what our members want, but they didn't have physical evidence of them saying that. That's just the bargaining team. And so voting down the last tentative agreement really showed.
And the deal includes pay raises ranging from 20 to 42% over the course of the contract. It also offers retroactive pay and a ratification bonus, plus provisions around staffing levels. The union says they'll vote this weekend. If approved, workers could return to work as soon as Wednesday. Turning to our homeless crisis, Multnomah County is threatening to reduce homeless services if it doesn't get financial help from Metro and the state. The county is facing a budget shortfall of more than $100 million in its homeless services department. That means cuts could be on the way for things like shelter beds, outreach programs, and rent assistance. Multnomah County Chair Jessica Vega Peterson is now calling on the state and Metro to help fill the gap. Last night, the governor responded. She said she just found out about the request for $55 million and wants some clear answers about the county's decisions and budget before sending any more money. More than $100,000 stolen from the Ridgefield Little League. Police say the treasurer of the league was the one stealing it and using it to pay himself. Devin Haskins has more on the case.
It's just very unfortunate. I'm not surprised, but it's shocking to hear that.
Kristen Stordahl is a former Ridgefield Little League parent. Her 3 kids played softball and baseball for about 10 years. All told, she says she spent about $2,000 in fees.
Did you know where your money was going?
No. Did not have, and they were not very transparent on that. I just figured it went towards jerseys, and then who knows where the rest went.
Ridgefield's police say the league's treasurer, Eric Hebner, stole more than $110,000 from the league's bank accounts. He was the league's treasurer from 2018 to 2025 and had sole access to the accounts. He's accused of using money to pay off credit cards, transferring money into his bank account, paying off utility bills, and spending money on TikTok and the adult website OnlyFans. The league didn't return an email requesting a comment, but posted this message on their Facebook page, writing, "While this is a devastating event to our community, rest assured RLL has taken necessary steps to ensure that the kids in this amazing community are still set to have a great spring season, including putting in place policy updates to prevent this from happening again." For parents like Stordahl, She wasn't entirely surprised when we told her.
I'm just not surprised because I feel like us as parents bought so many things for the Little League, and it should have been supplied, and a lot of it wasn't.
Hebner is facing 7 charges, including theft, forgery, and writing unlawful bank checks to himself. He'll be back in court next month.